Thank you for joining us today. We are live from the Great Plains Theater with Lexi, who's the marketing director for the Great Plains Theater, and we're going to learn a little bit about everything they have to offer.
Yes, we are. Hello. She already introduced me, but I'll introduce myself again. I'm Lexi Weiss. I'm the marketing director here at Great Plains Theater. I also stage manage and company manage when we have a show, so I do a lot of stuff. But right now, the most important thing I do is organizing a lot of events and getting the word out to you people so you can come to our events. We just had a fantastic Celtic concert this last Saturday. That was amazing. Half of our crowd was from Kansas City to watch a whole bunch of people dressed up in kilts sing about pirates. It was fantastic. So if you like that kind of stuff, you missed it this time. But come back. We'll be doing it again.
I think you probably should give a little shout out to our camera holder today and his kilt.
Our cameraman is currently wearing a kilt, but that's normal for him. He does that like every day. If he comes in pants, everyone goes, "Have you been kidnapped? Are you sick?" So a little tidbit of information. Come down to GPT. We have kilts. But we have a lot of things going on and coming up. Starting today is Friday the 13th. Wow. Starting tonight is Sing here at GPT, a family-friendly movie that I'm actually really excited to see. I don't know if you...
Absolutely.
I'm very excited about it. I love all things animated, and Matthew McConaughey's a koala bear. Hey. So get excited about that. Last night we had our weekly game night on Thursday. Next Thursday we will be having another one. You should come down if you like playing games. We have a supply of board games here, but we also accept donations from people who want to bring their own games and leave them here, or we have a couple people that bring their own games from home every week, and we just kind of rotate through what we played. We played Dutch Blitz and Quiddler last night. If you've never played Quiddler, look it up. It's a very cutthroat spelling game.
I heard you're quite the Scrabble player.
I am quite the Scrabble player.
I told your dad I like Scrabble, and he's like, "Oh, you have nothing on Lexi." I'm like, "Oh, probably not."
Yeah, I have been compared to playing games with me is like being at the Battle of Little Bighorn and I'm Sitting Bull. So I just really like games, people. So come down on Thursday nights. We start at 7. We go till 9, 9:30, or whenever we just kind of get tired. But we've played a little bit of everything. We've played Life. We've played Clue. We've played Buzzword. We've played Dutch Blitz, which is a very popular one. So we play card games, word games, games of all sorts. So if you like games, or if you just like hanging out with people, getting out of your house, seeing some new friendly faces, come down to GPT. We're just trying to kind of create a fun and comfortable atmosphere for people to just hang out and spend time together. That's something that's very important to me, and I think important to our community as a whole.
I think you guys have done a great job of incorporating so many different events into what the theater is offering.
Well, we're really trying. There are so many different types of people in Abilene, Kansas. Sometimes you drive by it on the interstate and you just think it's like every other little small town in Kansas. Well, that's not true. We have such a diverse group of peoples here, diverse in the kinds of people they are, diverse in the kinds of interests that they have. So Great Plains Theater is not just trying to be the only premier professional theater between Kansas City and Denver. We also want to be the place where people know they can go and enjoy themselves, where they know they can go and have fun, where they know if they walk through the doors there will be something here for them specifically. So we're doing a little bit of everything. We have concerts. Our next one, as I look down on my handy dandy calendar that I have here with me, is the John Stickley Trio on January 20th. They are an instrumental trio. There is a violin, a guitar, and I think a banjo? Another bluegrass instrument. And they kind of blend their sound with bluegrass and a little bit of jazz and a little bit of rock. Look them up on YouTube. They're fantastic. They're musically amazing, and they're going to be here next Friday.
Sounds like a great time.
Oh, are you going to come?
Yes, totally.
Yes, good. It's going to be a great event. I believe tickets are already available on sale, so you can go to greatplainstheater.com and check out the ticket link there, or you can call us anytime between 9 to 5, and we will get you tickets set up for that. There's tables, and there's general admission. These Bone Break production concerts are always a party. They are always fun, and they are always amazing. We have the bar going by donation. There's space where if you want to dance, you can dance if you want to. It's just a great time. I said last time we had a whole bunch of pirates on stage. there were people from Kansas City who dressed up to come to the concert, so we had pirates in the audience too.
Wow. But you guys attract people from all over the state and really the region.
Yeah, we actually had someone for the last concert from Tulsa, Oklahoma, who drove up just to see the concert, because the bands that we brought in traditionally played festivals, so people are used to traveling around to see them, but it's always at some sort of outdoor venue, so there's the weather element and bugs and outside, so this was one of the first times a lot of these people have been able to see these bands in a concert venue. And it was amazing to have so many people here enjoying themselves and having fun from 2, 3, 4, a total of 7 hours away. It was incredible. So we really would like our reach to be like that all the time. That would be wonderful. But, you know, we're right here smack dab in the middle of Abilene, so we might as well have Abilene people come to these functions.
What do you have coming up in February?
Oh, in February, let me turn the page.
Particularly Groundhog Day.
Oh, on Groundhog Day, something is tickling the back. Oh yeah, we get to announce our season opener finally on February 2nd. Don't look, I have it written down.
Oh, I will not.
We are so excited. February 2nd, we finally get to officially announce the name of the first show of our 2017 season. If you paid attention and possibly came to the opening night of GI Holiday Jukebox, you might already know what the show is, because there was a minor teleprompter slip, but we are officially announcing it February 2nd, and we think we're going to do another shindig like this. We're going to put it up live so everyone can watch it. I have it on good information that the executive director might be living in on Facebook from Memphis while they are at the UPDA's auditions. So it's going to be kind of a big deal.
Very cool. Tell people about where the Great Plains Theater is. I think a lot of us remember going to it in its former location. Help direct people to where you are, where we are today.
We are at 401 Cottage Avenue. We're downtown, sort of. We are no longer at the Mulberry Street lot. That is just an empty patch of grass now. But we are alive. We do exist. We have just moved. We are now in the Thunderstruck building, which used to be the Alco building. Thunderstruck has been very gracious in showing us this space and letting us be a part of their life, and we're so grateful that we could turn an old conference room into a beautiful theater space.
It's gorgeous.
Isn't it?
It's so impressive.
Oh, man.
I think people will be very surprised when they come inside.
And, you know, that's actually a very true statement. People tell us that all the time. You know, because you'll get out-of-towners who used to come to GPT all the time, and then they'll hear something and they'll be like, oh, we'll go, and they'll just map it and be like, oh, it's different. And then they pull up outside and they say, this is a warehouse. And they look very confused. And then they come inside and their eyes get big and they go, oh my gosh, it is beautiful.
But leave it to the arts, though, to reimagine an existing space and repurpose it into something that we can use today.
Exactly.
And you have room to grow.
We have so much room to grow. And the cool thing is we have room to grow already here. There are spaces within the Thunderstruck building that we can, you know, grow into maybe later. And, you know, we have the opportunity to make changes to our space and improvements to our space, and we get to utilize every single square foot of it all the time, every day, and it's awesome. But that is very true. Leave it to the arts and creativity and theater to take something that may not look impressive on the outside, and then you walk in and it's like Willy Wonka's chocolate factory in here. It blows your mind a little bit to see. Very magical.
But it's just showing, I mean, you have a wonderful bank of sponsors and donors and board members who are really devoted to the theater and just reimagining this space, and so that you guys can focus on programming.
Exactly.
And really furthering your mission.
We do have wonderful sponsors. We have amazing sponsors. We have amazing board members. We have amazing staff. And super importantly, we have amazing volunteers who dedicate hours and hours of their time to Great Plains Theater's success. This space would not have gone up and would not look the way it does without the manual labor of many volunteers dedicated to not letting Great Plains Theater die. And then from the sweat of their brow and the labor of their heart, then came the sponsors who could officially sponsor shows in this new space, and people like Astor Bank who could underwrite a season. I mean, before that, we didn't have a building. We weren't sure if a season was going to go up, and then through a lot of hard work it did, and then the sponsors could come in and help us out. So we are eternally grateful to them, and we hope that we can continue to be something that they can believe in going into 2017. It's going to be a great season. It's going to be a great
I'm excited
season.
for February 2nd to find out.
Me too.
But I'm really looking forward to January 28th.
Oh my gosh, I'm looking forward to January 28th. Thank you.
I mean, it's January 28th, the day before Kansas Day.
Right?
Where else would you celebrate?
Kansas Day Eve. We just met yesterday. January 28th is our second annual Murder Mystery fundraising gala. Say that 3 times quickly. It's not super easy. It's going to be a fantastic night filled with murder and mystery, which you may have gathered from the title I just said before, intrigue and drama and fancy dresses and heavy hors d'oeuvres. It's going to be fantastic. We had one last year that went over very, very well. People loved it. 1, who doesn't love solving a murder? 2, who doesn't love getting dressed up? It just was a great big party that people could come to and sort of spend a night living in a theatrical setting. People love to come to the shows and people love to experience watching shows, but it's a little bit more fun when you get to be a part of it. And that's kind of what the murder mystery does. It lets you be a part of the process. It lets you be a part of the scenario. It's gonna be fun.
Give a little sneak peek about the awards.
Well,
this is what I'm really excited about.
Oh, I wish I had one. I should have grabbed one. The theme of our evening is A Night Among the Stars. It is the Golden Players Tribute Awards, a movie award show kind of like the Golden Globes, where a lot of movie stars are coming in to be honored for their life's work and also trying to hide their deepest, darkest secrets. And then someone steps over a line just a little too far, and we have to solve a murder. It's going to be so much fun. I'm in it, so I can't tell you any secrets, but it's going to be fun.
Do you survive?
Oh, well, maybe.
Ooh.
Maybe I do.
Exciting.
Who knows? Who knows? Guess you'll have to see who dies and who doesn't.
What are some of the things you have for kids?
For kids here specifically, we have our youth program. That's for getting kids involved. But we try to do functions for kids as much as we can. Not just because it's an easy way to get parents in the door. That's not why we do it, because there are easier ways to get parents in the door that are less stressful than working with kids, just to be perfectly honest. The reason we do it is because we love the kids of Abilene, and we want to provide them with someplace safe to grow and discover themselves and their own unique talents and abilities. The GPTA, our Great Plains Theater Academy, that we have just recently founded and are growing with our film projects and our shows that we do, is really the love part of this theater business. We love to watch our PGP, our Plain Great Players, grow and evolve as they go through the program. And some kids that were just starting at the theater when I was a part of PGP many years ago, it's been amazing to come back and to see how they have grown as people. I mean, there have been a couple kids where I've been like, when I first met you, you didn't speak audibly, and now there you are up on stage in a lead role doing amazing. I mean, it is such a labor of love to help these kids grow and to help our kids develop and gain confidence in themselves and their own abilities. And that's not something you can teach. That's just something you can encourage. And I think Great Plains Theater does an excellent job of encouraging that through classes and workshops, but also just giving the kids a chance to stretch themselves and to grow. We have a production coming up that is entirely put on by our youth, some from Abilene, and I think we have a couple from, I know we had some kids from Clay Center and I think Solomon audition. So it has a pretty wide range, but they're putting on Into the Woods, which if you know Into the Woods, it's not a small show and it's not an easy show, but our kids said we want to do it and we want to try. So we just finished auditions for those, and rehearsals will be starting here in about 2-3 weeks, and
that's really incredible.
Great.
But it's just really neat how kids can start by coming to classes and coming to shows, and then really move up the ranks and then learn about theater as an actual career, and having the professional theater here for those people to serve as mentors and for them to look up to, and to realize that you don't have to be in California or New York. You can be performing in Abilene, Kansas.
And I think what is another thing that's so beautiful about the youth experience here is they do get the opportunities to work with professional actors, with equity actors who do this for a living. And it's not that they come in a mentorship role, because usually the kids are interacting with them because they're also in the show, because we needed younger people, and we have younger people who have talent here. Or we have a couple interns here who regularly interact with the actors. They just get such a different experience that you wouldn't normally think a kid in a small town like Abilene could get, but they get so many life experiences, and they get to observe these professional actors, and then they get to work with these professional actors. And I think it gives them a dose of reality. It shows them the reality of what a working actor living in today's society, what it looks like and what that means, and the hard work that goes into it. And then it shows them that they can dream as big as they want. Just because they're in Abilene doesn't mean they're limited in any way, shape, or fashion. I think it just opens a lot of doors. And then our alumni get to come home and show us what they're doing. That's always really fun. We just had we had an alumni cabaret over Christmas break. A lot of the kids who went through the PGP program, and some that are still in it, wanted to put together a little shindig. So we had some songs, some improv, and it was a wonderful night of the theater family coming together and celebrating what makes theater great, what makes Great Plains Theater great, and what makes Abilene great as a whole. It was a great night.
Well, that sounds absolutely wonderful. I invite you all to come out to Great Plains Theater. I think you will be pleasantly surprised and very, very proud of what the community has been able to accomplish, but really attracting people from across the state and across the region. This is a great, great attraction, and we really look forward to hosting you in Abilene. Where can people learn more and buy tickets?
They can buy tickets at greatplainstheater.com, and that's also where all of our information gets updated. We have information on our classes, on our movies, on our main stage, on our Stage Right series, which is basically everything we put on that's not our season. There's a lot of information up there because Great Plains Theater is doing a lot of things. I made the comment the other day, we're not just throwing multiple darts at a dartboard. We're throwing multiple darts at multiple dartboards everywhere, trying to hit things that people want to do, that people want to see, that will get people out of their houses and communicating with their neighbors and communicating with their community and getting in here to see things and do things. So greatplainstheater.com is a great way to find out what we're doing. We also update our Facebook pretty religiously, and that's kind of the good place to go for last minute updates. In reality, you cannot always be in complete control all the time. Sometimes things come up or technical malfunctions, so that's always a good place to check if, surprise, we're having an event today, or surprise, the thing we had planned isn't going to work out. That's kind of the last minute update.
I think a lot of people are experiencing that with the weather. And so while you may hopefully not be iced in this weekend, get online, check out everything the theater has to offer. Purchase some tickets, come to Abilene. We'd be happy to host you. But thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for letting me do this. This has been
problem.
fun.
I had to strong arm her into being on camera with
I'm
me.
normally on the other side, but this is just a really great opportunity for us to share all that Abilene has to offer.
And Abilene has so much to offer. The joke when you're in high school here is, oh, in Abilene there's nothing to do. Well, Great Plains Theater has officially made that a lie. There are now things to do in Abilene, and most of them are happening at 401 Cottage Avenue.
Well, great. Well, thank you so much, and hope to hear from you all soon.
Bye.